Hey guys, so Virgin Galactic is a company which I am very interested in and one that I've been keeping an eye on over the past few months. And since they have gone public, a lot of people have been interested in following what they're up to and how their company is progressing. And they are in quite a unique position as they are in the space industry, which is a very unexplored industry at the moment and one that has got a lot of potential for the future. So in this video, I'm going to be having a little look at what the company do, how they're going to make profit in the future, and whether now is a good time to buy them, and as well as that, what are the risks in investing in them. So just quickly before we get into it guys, be sure to leave a like if you do enjoy this video, and also subscribe if you want to see more videos in the future. So let's get right into it. So a lot of people don't actually know what Virgin Galactic actually do, so I'm going to give a little brief overview right now. So Virgin Galactic are the world's first commercial spaceline and vertically integrated aerospace company with a mission to open up space for everyone to experience and enjoy. So they plan to run a regular schedule of space flights for private individuals as well as researchers from their operational hub in New Mexico, which is the world's first purpose-built commercial spaceport. And they aim to transform the current cost, safety and environmental impact of space launch, and in doing so they want to create a basic space access infrastructure which will act as an enabler for scientists and entrepreneurs, which will provide a catalyst for a new age of space exploration. So their passenger spaceship is called Spaceship 2, and this will seat 6 passengers and will also include 12 windows. There is no date set yet for when the first flights will be taking place. However, Virgin Galactic claim that 600 people have put down a deposit for a flight already, with the initial price being $250,000 per seat. And the former chief executive, who is now the chief space officer, George Whitesides, said that the cost may increase for a while, but the long-term goal is to make the adventure more accessible at a lower cost. So the newest Spaceship 2 vehicle, VSS Unity, has reached suborbital space twice on piloted test flights so far, and this took place in December 2018 and February 2019. And it's predicted that 1 or 2 more successful missions should be enough to satisfy the US Federal Aviation Administration, also known as the FAA, and this will secure them a commercial operator's license, which is essentially what they need to start operating this commercially and in order to allow people to pay to go on the flights. So the target market is the super rich, as you might expect, with research showing that most consumers are willing to spend between 1 and 1.5% of their net worth in a single purchase. If it is assumed that individuals with a net worth of 10 million plus are the addressable market for Virgin Galactic right now, this means that approximately 2 million people will be potential customers as of 2020, and this number is predicted to grow at about 6% per year. So by 2023, this could be up to 2.4 million potential customers. So there is a growing customer base for this sort of product. So how far can this company go? So it is predicted that 650 passengers will be flown in 2021, with this number being predicted to be around 1,500 just 2 years later in 2023. So revenue is predicted to be $210 million in 2021, $398 million in 2022, and $590 million in 2023. So this does show a sizable predicted revenue growth of 89% and 48% each year between 2021 and 2023. So Virgin Galactic has a very solid management team and flight team. So for starters, Richard Branson is the founder of the Virgin Group and Virgin Galactic, and he is a very successful businessman who started off at the bottom, but after building and growing multiple businesses, he is now worth several $billion. Additionally, Michael Cole Glazier is now the chief executive of Virgin Galactic specifically, and he has been very successful throughout his career working at Disney, where he held executive roles there and also a managing director role. and he did stay there for 26 years. So he's a very solid person to have in the company, especially at the chief executive role. And additionally, the flight team does contain many former NASA employees, 4 of which are astronauts that have been to space before. So there's a large amount of experience in this team. So if they do charge $250,000 per seat for a ticket on the flight, and also work into their projected cost per flight, Virgin Galactic will have a 66% profit margin for each flight. So this works out to be 6 passengers per flight, makes $1.2 million of revenue per flight, and the cost per flight are predicted to be $400,000. So this is quite a significant profit margin to have, and it will give them flexibility to experiment with moving the price up or down without having to worry about the profitability of the flight. Now, obviously, these numbers are sort of initial estimates, so this could change. But based on their research initially, then this is quite a positive thing to see in the company. So Virgin Galactic lost $60 million in Q1 of 2020. However, they do have $430 million in cash reserves, and they do currently have no long-term debt, which does put them in a pretty solid financial position right now. And additionally, Richard Branson, being a billionaire, it also helps them out a lot because he most likely has a lot of connections to help them out if more cash is needed. Another pretty exciting point to note is that ARK Invest, the highly respected investment and asset management company led by Cathie Wood, they do own 470,000 shares right now, which has a market value of about $7.5 million. And this is part of their ARQ ETF, which is their autonomous technology and robotics ETF. So ARK ETFs have been performing very well recently, and it's definitely a very positive sign to see that such an organisation is investing in Virgin Galactic. However, in comparison to other companies being held in this ETF, Virgin Galactic is still quite a small holding for them. It is their 29th largest position, and it's only worth 1.26% of the entire ETF. But nevertheless, it is quite a positive thing to see. Another pretty exciting point to make is that Virgin Galactic could also start to generate revenue from point-to-point aviation travel. So it currently does take about 11 hours to travel from LA to Tokyo, and this is travelling at 80% of the speed of sound on a standard jet. But the Virgin hypersonic jet can cut the travel time to around 2 hours, which is travelling at 5 times the speed of sound. So there is also a large potential for this company to expand into sort of standard air travel for the wealthy type of person who wants to get somewhere a lot faster. So it's not just the space exploration, it is also the standard aviation industry as well. So there's sort of 2 avenues they can go down, and both could generate quite a lot of revenue and profit further down the line. So it's not all positive, it's not all exciting. There are quite a lot of risks to this company at the moment, as you could probably guess, as they haven't even started properly selling flights right now. So we're going to have a little look at the risks associated with them. So the first one is there is very limited competition in the industry at the moment, which is likely to remain the case due to large barriers to entry for other companies looking to set up. However, if SpaceX is to go public and try to enter the commercial spaceflight industry as well, then they could potentially take a significant market share away from Virgin Galactic, and this will obviously harm their revenue and share price quite a lot. So this is certainly something to be scared of if you're going to be investing in Virgin Galactic. Secondly, there is an awful lot of uncertainty around Virgin Galactic and the service that they're going to be providing. So they've stuck to regulations and carried out successful test flights so far, but it's not until they start consistently pumping out commercial flights, and hundreds of thousands of people have flown on the Virgin Galactic space experience, where we could start to see some issues come up. So, what about customer safety? The test flights might be fine so far, but what if a significant number of passengers start to suffer side effects upon reaching space? Right now, only 562 people have ever been to space, which is a relatively small sample size. So nobody really knows what sort of like the risks are with going to space and what it could do to some people's bodies. It's also unknown how durable the space vehicles are. So they do plan to reuse their spaceships for continuous flights. However, it's not known yet how long they will last. So if conditions in space are tougher than anticipated and the ships suffer more wear and tear as a result of this, then this could drastically harm their profitability if the initial ships that they've built don't last as long as they were expecting. So since the company does not have much income to report right now, there's no way of assessing its value particularly, and people are buying shares based on the faith that they have that revenues will increase in the future. So growth stocks are hard enough to value as it is, especially if they are still in their formative years, like Virgin Galactic is right now. And the share price is purely based on speculation right now, which does make it a very risky and volatile stock to hold. And so finally, if Virgin Galactic do fail to secure the FFA license approval due to something going wrong in the next flight or the next two flights, this could obviously push back the first commercial flights significantly. And this could have lots of negative effects on the company, as they will be losing out on revenue due to lost flights, and they will also need to inject more cash into securing the FFA approval. So if this does happen, then the stock price will obviously drop quite significantly. So that is another thing to bear in mind before investing. So should you be looking to buy this stock right now? So I am not a financial advisor at all, and this is purely for entertainment purposes only. So you should do your own research before ever thinking about investing in a company. But it must be said that this is a very speculative stock, and it could go up or down a lot over the next year or so, based on momentum and news stories that come out about this company. This also means that it's very high risk, especially considering the industry that they're in and the current revenue that is being generated by the company. So if they do secure the FFA license soon and media hype gets built up around the company, then I could definitely see the stock 4 or 5x in over the next year. However, if they do run into legal issues or they don't get the license straight away, then I think the stock could potentially plummet and hit very low prices per share. So I do also believe that the space industry does have massive potential, and it could be the next sort of hype industry after the electric vehicles that we're sort of seeing right now with Tesla and whatnot. So if Virgin Galactic does sort of stay at the forefront of space exploration, then they could potentially be the next Tesla in this space industry. So I think if they can continue to develop and progress, then they could potentially make you a lot of money over the years if you do invest in them right now. But as I've said before, it is quite a high risk stock to be buying. So I would only advise taking up a small position relative to your portfolio size, as this is not a stock that you particularly want to have a large position in due to the massive amount of risk that comes with it. But that is obviously just my opinion, and you're entitled to spend what you want on the stock. So that is all for today, guys. Be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. And also be sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you think of Virgin Galactic stock. Let me know if you've already bought some or if you're looking to buy some in the future. I'd be really interested to know about that. And apart from that, guys, thanks a lot for watching.